Hello, Senator. How you enjoying Southern California?
I love Southern California. Vermont, we don't always get as much sunshine as we would like, so it's nice to get some sun here. And one of the reasons that I think we're going to win here in California is that we intend to hold dozens and dozens of rallies all over the state, from the north to the south, the central part of the state. We expect to bring out over 200,000 Californians to our rallies. I think something that has never been done in California political history. And I think that, plus the fact that there has been a surge in voter registration here in California, a lot of young people, a lot of Latinos, which I think bodes well for us. I'm feeling very good about California.
So Donald Trump is here tomorrow. He has managed to coalesce the party largely. He's got Lindsey Graham, kind of looks like, on board now. Let me ask two questions. And I know that you have complained that Clinton has been presumptive in her saying that she's the winner. But so let's take it in two parts. If you were to win, how would you bring the Democratic Party together? And if you were to lose, what would be your role in bringing the Democratic
Party comes together when the American people come together. It's from a bottom-down process, not a top-up process. And when you have overwhelming majorities of the American people wanting to end an absurd situation, unfair situation, where they are working longer hours for low wages, and almost all new income and wealth is going to the top 1%, that's how you bring the American people together. When you bring the American people together, you're bringing the Democratic Party together. Let me give you just an example right here in Anaheim. You got obviously the corporation that dominates this community is Disney. They're paying wages to their workers that are very, very low. And many of their workers can't afford decent housing. In Disney World in Florida, the Disney company actually laid off 250 workers and replaced them with low-wage foreign workers. Meanwhile, the CEO of the company makes $46 million a year in compensation. That's the kind of issue that we have got to address. We have got to address why we are the only major country on earth not to provide health care to all of our people, paid family and medical leave to all of our people, why we are not more aggressive in addressing climate change. And I think when we do those issues, what ends up happening is that if you see national polls, you may be familiar with them, I'm defeating Donald Trump by 15 points. Hillary Clinton on the last NBC poll was only 3 points up. So I think when you bring the American people around on the issues that are of concern to them, obviously you're unifying the Democratic Party.
Those polls, however, are still taken with you and Clinton in the race, so there is some dynamic that needs to change those polls when there's a single Democratic nominee.
Well, all that I'm saying is that every national poll and virtually every statewide poll has me doing better against Trump than is Hillary Clinton.
But if stopping Trump is one of the main goals, and it's either you or Clinton, and you have your supporters, how do you tell your supporters that it's more important to put our differences aside and beat Trump?
Well, first of all, our focus right now is winning California, and as you know, there are 5 other states coming up on June 7th as well, plus 3 non-states. So let's not speculate about what happens if. My function, my goal right now, we're spending a lot of time and energy, is to win California, to talk about the issues of importance to California, like climate change and the need for a tax on carbon, because California already is suffering from the impact of climate change.
On the issues, and I've covered many of your rallies, so I know a lot of your stances and things. One thing I haven't heard too much talk about is space and space exploration.
Sure.
I was wondering, it's been more than 4 decades since we've been to the moon. Why have we not done this, and what would you do for space exploration? Like places like Downey, where the Apollo rockets were built and stuff, is really important to the economy.
I absolutely agree, and I think what has happened is as we have more and more income and wealth inequality, as the Republicans fight hard for tax breaks for the rich and large corporations, and as the Republicans cut back on every major program that you can think of, there is less public funding available for important, exciting, and I think long-term innovative programs for this country like NASA and space exploration. I think, the pride that we felt as a nation when Neil Armstrong landed on the moon was extraordinary. And I would like to see that type of exploration to Mars and elsewhere continue. And by the way, it creates a lot of jobs, it creates a lot of scientific breakthroughs, which help technology and which help our society. So the question is that right now, we have a Republican Party that wants to cut, and that has got to change.
Why do you think space exploration takes a back seat and it's not talked about as much?
Well, because we have 47 million people living in poverty. You've got 29 million people who have no health insurance in this country. You got half of the children who are in public schools who are living who get their nutrition from free or reduced lunch programs. So, I believe in space exploration, but we're going to have to stand up to the Republican Party, have a tax system which is fair, bring in the revenue that we need so that we can take care of poverty. We can provide health care to our people and also do space technology.
Do you believe that the economy can be driven by other things besides reshifting corporate taxes and that kind of thing? What else needs to be done to stimulate the economy?
Well, you need to create many, many jobs, and we can do that by rebuilding our crumbling infrastructure, our roads and our bridges. We can do that by raising the minimum wage to a living wage, $15 an hour. I have the feeling that if you got a $15 an hour national minimum wage here, a lot of people in this community would be economically a lot better off. We need pay equity for women. We need to change our trade policies so that companies like Disney are not manufacturing most of their products in China rather than the United States. Maybe just one or two more questions.
Sure. Well, do you think that how have you been on the campaign trail? I mean, how has it been for you in terms of your health, your energy level? And
I'm feeling great. Feeling great. It's been an enormously exciting campaign. I'm very proud that up till now, with 6 states remaining, we have won 20 states in this country in terms of primaries and caucuses. One of them, and I guess we're going to ask for a canvass today in Kentucky. It was too close to call. If we win that, that would be 21. There are 6 states left. We think we have a strong chance to win most of them, including here in California. So I would like to end up this campaign winning half the states in this country and winning a majority of the pledged delegates, and that's what we're trying to do right now.
And lastly, I guess Rosario Dawson's been a big supporter of yours.
Yes.
You mentioned her as a great actress. So what's your favorite Rosario Dawson film?
I've been more interested in her politics than her films. She is great. She has been a source of real energy to our campaign, and especially her views on Latino issues. Okay?
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, David. Thank you.